Hello, this is Father Aaron Westman with the Glen Mary Home Missioners, and this is your Missioner Moment. My brothers and sisters, I want to talk to us all about what I call missionary awareness. We can all think of a situation in our lives where we have felt excluded. And this is a situation that kind of cuts to the very heart of who we are as kind of relational and social beings created by God. Think of a situation perhaps when we were children, when we were out on the playground. There were a group of kids playing, and for whatever reason, they wouldn't include us. We were excluded from the group of kids, and probably the situation sort of remains with us, and we think back on it like, man, that wasn't a very good thing. It's more painful for us, I would say, when we are excluded by groups of friends that are important to us, or perhaps even worse, excluded by our family, or maybe even excluded by our church or by our parish. We feel these exclusions deeply. The scriptures from this weekend help us to think about this whole idea of leprosy. Now, leprosy back in the Bible times was kind of this understanding of any kind of disease, especially that manifested itself on the skin, that causes a sickness in a person. And when a person was sick with leprosy, they had to be excluded from the group. And part of this was, of course, to kind of protect the rest of the people. And so whenever a person became sick with this, they were very much in an excluded position. They were by themselves, they were alone, they were dealing with this sickness, and even perhaps worse, whenever anybody came around them, they had to indicate to the people around them that they were unclean, they were impure, they were sick. And so the experience of being excluded was profound for folks like this in biblical times. What we see in Jesus is kind of this missionary awareness to move towards the person who's been excluded and to bring them back to the body. Jesus encounters a leper, and rather than moving away, even though he knows he's unclean, Jesus moves towards this person, heals him, and brings him back to the body, to the group, if you will. My brothers and sisters, I think that for us as Christians, we should have a missionary awareness. That wherever we go, no matter what we're doing, we become aware of our surroundings and we see who are the people who are feeling excluded in this particular environment. And there should be kind of a welling up of charity inside of us to move towards the person who's excluded, to stand with them, to get to know them, to be in solidarity with them, and perhaps even to bring them back to the group, to bring them back to the fold. Now this will be very challenging for us because perhaps even it might have us being outside of the group for a time being. But this is the missionary impulse, the missionary awareness of Christians who desire to follow after Christ, who went out to the one who was excluded and brought them back in. May God bless us as we continue to try to live missionary discipleship in our lives.